Hello YouTube, and it is great to be back with you guys again, all of y'all, everybody around the world, but of course obviously the people in Ireland who are buying their Irish beers and drinking Irish throughout the crisis. So I promised a classic tonight, and we really can't get much more classic than this, so let's grab it. And it's a bottle even. O'Hara's Irish Pale Ale. Seamus O'Hara, one of the greats of Irish beer, I think it is very safe to say. Famously the second employee in his own business, because his wife was the first employee. She was the first person to go full time. Seamus was after her. So always a nice little quirk. And so let's pour this and give it a sip, give it a taste. Yeah, I've always done it again, but listen, we're getting better. We're getting better. So, as you can see, it is quite bubbly. Only bought this the other day. Lovely, smooth bit of hops in that aroma coming through nicely. Oh, it smells lovely. Smells like history as well in a good way. It has actually been a while since I had this. Absolute classic, of course. Decent bit of caramel there. Nice, fresh bitterness coming through in the aftertaste, but very mild at the same time. It's very fresh, very fresh. So this beer has got so much history to it. You know, it's not even that old a beer when we think of the grand history of alcohol and all that. But this is one of the real. It's a great beer I find for introducing people to craft beer for the first time because it's so easy. It's so mild. It's the first time people are actually noticing. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's what hops are. Okay, right, right. And you know, Seamus has obviously done some crazy stuff in this since, but I actually love this beer just on its own as it is. I know at least one person, Brian Condren, is thinking of what I'm going to bring up in a second. So my crazy trick, which is totally not mine, just to be clear, is you get two bottles of this, and then you get two bottles of Lanfalon, their porter, and so you get one bottle of Lanfalon, their porter, right? And out of that, you're going to have three drinks, but not two in one. What you're going to do is you'll pour a third of Lanfalon in, then 2/3 of a regular. The mix is should be wrong. It's not. It's amazing. I remember when I was first telling you about Brian and my buddy John Craddock. I said, you sure? But the lads know what they're talking about. So it's a personal experiment. It's technically a beer cocktail when you think about it. But it's a beer cocktail that works, like, you know. And so that's one I definitely recommend with this. As a beer on its own, though, this is great. This is going to go with any meal. It's not going to overpower anything. You'll still get enough of its own flavour. It's such a standard go-to. I actually forgotten. It's 5.2%. 5.2%. I would say it tastes a little milder, but like 5.2 isn't that strong, but I would say it tastes a little milder than that. But yeah, just, if you're talking about classics, you can't really go any further than this when it comes to Irish beer. Like, you know, Franwell, like Rebel Red, is like the ones you're putting in there. Porterhouse, a Porterhouse plain, I suppose, would be the one you put in there with the classics of Irish craft, like in O'Hara's Irish Pale Ale, right in there with them. Like when we're talking about sort of, you know, the old familiars, and this really is a great old familiar. I don't drink much of it anymore, but that's just because I like a little bit more oomph in my flavour. But like, it's one I'm actually thinking, Janie, I should drink more of this. Honestly, it's reminding me a bit of Hop On. It's like sort of Hop On before it evolved. If that makes sense. Obviously, different brewery, but it's just so neat, so crisp. It's a very simple but elegant beer, and I really, really enjoy it. So it's Sunday, and look, a lot of you are having to get back into work mode tomorrow, or possibly today, depending on when you actually watch it. Some of you may not be watching the day it comes out. That's fine. These are meant to be kind of evergreen videos. I just like to put in the when. And yeah, listen, I've done homework before. And the only difference really between this and what I did before is there's not as much stuff open when I go out, and obviously I can't go out as much, putting it mildly. But beyond that, to be honest, if you can get your stuff together on your level, you're going to be fine. I promise you, you'll be fine. Because I create a pretty good workspace here, as you can see behind me. I have it deliberately set up all the time. I know the hops are coming. Oh, you love that. You love that. I don't hold things back on this on YouTube. Why would I hold back? There's no filter. This beer has obviously had a bit of filtration, but there's no filter with me. And yeah, it's going to be tough for a lot of you, I know, but you get used to it. And I don't mean you get used to it. I mean, you'll learn how to make it better. Like even me, I had to get back used to working from home. And up until about Wednesday, which would be what, day 4 overall for me, but day 3 of that week, it was tough. But then hit my groove, and I'm grand now, and it's smoothly going along. But obviously, for those of you who are struggling, because I know it's also Mother's Day, I want to give a shout out to all of y'all, all the mothers who are watching, and all people who can't see their mammies. Yeah, no, it's tough, and listen, we can get through this. We'll sesh through it. One last thing I want to do before we close off this video is because of the hat I'm wearing. It's the Salt Lake Buzz, who are a minor league baseball team out in Salt Lake in Utah. And buddy mine Clint Peterson, he's got some serious health issues long predating this. So Clint's obviously going to have to take extra care of himself. But Clint, this is for you, toasting you, man, tonight. You're a legend. Holly, your missus, and all your kids. Both of y'all, keep going, keep at it. And listen, sláinte live go léir.